Ladies, let me tell you something right now. Men are not complicated. We might not always say what's in our hearts, but we'll show you. So if you ever sit there wondering, does he love me? Is he just being nice? What's he really thinking? Let Uncle Steve break it down for you. If he does this, secretly loves you. Real men, grown men, are wired to protect what they care about. That's just how we're built. You see, when a man is really into you, he don't need a rule book or a checklist to follow. He just knows. It kicks in naturally. He ain't got to be Superman, but he gonna make sure that you feel safe around him, mentally, emotionally, and physically. Now pay close attention, because this ain't about no grand dramatic movie moment where he jumps in front of a bullet or nothing like that. I'm talking about the everyday stuff, the little things most people overlook. Like when you're all walking down the street and without even thinking about it, he moves you to the inside of the sidewalk. You ain't asked him to. You probably didn't even notice the cars flying by, but he did. And his first instinct was to protect you from what he sees as danger, even if it's small. That's what love looks like when it ain't loud. Or take this. You ever been out somewhere and you just look a little uncomfortable? Maybe it's a dude staring too long, or somebody got too close, or the vibe just feel off. Watch that man. If he stands up straighter, moves closer to you, or places himself between you and whatever's bothering you, baby, that's not just a reflex. That's care. That's love disguised as instinct. Because to him, your comfort and your safety matter more than anything else in that moment. You feel me? It don't stop there, though. Let's say you're out late, and he don't rest easy until you get home. He texting you, you home safe. He offering to walk you to your car or standing outside waiting until you get inside. That ain't control. That ain't possessiveness. That's a man saying, I need to know you're all right so I can sleep tonight. That's how we love, through action. Now, let me give you something deeper. A man who loves you don't just protect your body, he protects your heart. He watches how he speaks to you, even when he's mad, even when y'all argue. See, when a man is just fooling around or playing games, he don't care if his words cut you deep. But a man who loves you, he gonna catch himself. He gonna pause, breathe, think before he says something he can't take back. That's protection too, emotional protection. He don't ever wanna be the reason you doubt yourself. He don't wanna see you cry unless it's from laughter or joy. Because you gotta understand, men ain't always great at expressing feelings. We ain't always got the right words at the right time. But we do express ourselves through what we do. So if you ever find yourself wondering, does he love me? Don't just listen. Look, watch how he treats you when nobody else is watching. Watch what he does when there's nothing in it for him. When you're sick, does he show up with medicine? When you're overwhelmed, does he help you breathe? When something good happens to you, does he light up like it happened to him? Real men love by stepping up, by showing up, by putting your needs before their own when it matters. And not just when you're dressed up, or when things are easy, or when y'all on a date. No, I'm talking about when you're tired, when you're stressed, when you don't even know what you need, and he's still there trying to figure it out with you. So if you got a man who does these things, who protects you without ever being asked, who takes your safety and peace seriously, girl, let me tell you something, you ain't just got a man. You got somebody who loves you. Might not have said it out loud yet, might not even know how to express it the way you want, but trust me, that man's love is showing up loud and clear. If a man remembers the little things, and I mean the tiny details most folks overlook, that man's got you on his mind more than he's letting on. A man in love, he studies you like a final exam. He takes mental notes when you talk, and it ain't because he's trying to impress you. It's because you matter to him. You ever mention your favorite drink in passing, like, man, I love caramel macchiatos, and then next time y'all link up, he shows up with one in his hand like it's no big deal? Baby, that ain't no accident. That man remembered. Not because he needed to, but because he wanted to. Why? Because your joy brings him joy. That's how you know you're sitting in his heart. Now listen, men are naturally forgetful creatures. We don't always remember birthdays, anniversaries, or what we wore yesterday. But when a man is feeling something deep for you, it's like his memory turns into a file cabinet just for you. You might have told him once that you hate pickles on your burger, and boom, from then on, no pickles. You mention you love sunflowers, and the next time he brings flowers, guess what kind they are? That's love, that's intention, that's effort. And let's go deeper. It ain't just about food or flowers, it's emotional stuff too. You tell him you've been having a tough time with your mom or that your job's been draining you lately. He don't brush it off. He checks in. He follows up. He asks, how's your mom doing? Or did you talk to your boss yet? That right there, that's emotional investment. A man who's just hanging around for the fun times ain't asking you about your stress, but a man who loves you, even secretly, he's tuned in your life like it's his own show. You see, ladies, when we love, we pay attention. We might not always say what we feel, but we'll show it through what we remember. And don't let nobody tell you otherwise. If he don't remember anything you say, if everything's always new to him, no matter how many times you've told him, he ain't paying attention. And if he ain't paying attention, he ain't serious. But when a man starts bringing up things you told him months ago, when he notices the way your nose scrunches when you laugh, or he compliments that perfume you wore once on a special day, that's love. Not the loud kind, not the movie script kind, but the kind that says, I'm paying attention to you because you're important to me. And the wild part is, he might not even know he's doing it. It just comes out naturally. That's when you really know it's real. When he ain't trying to impress you no more, he just being his natural self, and that self happens to be wrapped around your every word. So don't underestimate those small moments. Don't overlook those quiet gestures, because the little things, they ain't so little when they come from love. They're the bricks that build trust. They're the signs that tell you loud and clear, even if he ain't said the words yet, that man is loving you in his own way. A lot of women miss. Because it don't look flashy, it don't come with flowers or long speeches, but baby, it's real. When a man loves you, truly loves you, he just wants to be around you. He don't need a reason, he don't need a plan, he don't need to be entertained. He just wants to be in your space because your presence is peace to him. Now listen, men are simple. We like comfort, we like peace. We like to feel like we can breathe. So when a man chooses to spend his free time with you, not talking, not flirting, not touching, just sitting, just being there, that means something. That's not him being bored. That's him feeling like home is wherever you are. You ever had a man come over and he don't care what y'all do? He just want to sit on the couch while you do your thing. You might be doing your hair, working on your laptop or scrolling your phone, and he's just there. Maybe watching TV, maybe scrolling too. But he ain't in no rush to leave. He ain't complaining. He's content. That's love, girl. That's the kind of quiet comfort that don't show up in romantic movies, but it's the kind that lasts. See, when a man's not in love, he needs the energy to be up. The moment the fun stops, he out. The moment the conversation dies down, he reaching for his keys. But when he's in it for real, that silence don't bother him. He ain't sitting there thinking about what else he could be doing. He's sitting there thinking, man, I like this, I like her. That's when you know he sees more than a good time. He sees a lifetime. You ever notice a man that don't talk much, but when he's with you, he's just relaxed? That's because being with you takes the weight off his shoulders. Most men carry stress we don't even talk about. Bills, pressure, expectations, all of it. But when he can just sit in a room with you and feel at ease, that's powerful. That means you ain't just his girl, you his peace. And a man values his peace like gold. Now here's the thing, he might not say it out loud. Men don't always know how to express emotions in the same way y'all do, But if he keeps showing up, keeps hanging around, keeps wanting to just be next to you without no plans or expectations, trust me, that's his heart talking, even if his mouth stays quiet. You might think, well, he always here but don't say much. Girl, that's love language. His presence is the gift. That's him saying, I feel good when I'm with you. Because if a man don't feel good around you, he gonna find somewhere else to be real quick. But if he stays, even in silence, that silence speaks volume. So don't underestimate the power of just being together. If he's always looking for ways to spend time with you, even if it's doing nothing at all, that ain't laziness, that ain't boredom. That's love. That's his heart saying, this is where I feel most myself. Now let me tell you something real. The man supports your dreams like they his own. That's not just love. That's deep love. That's a man who sees your future and wants to be part of it. Not just watching from the sidelines, but cheering, pushing, protecting, and building right alongside you. See, a man who's playing around ain't thinking past next week. He don't care what your 5-year plan is. You tell him you want to start your own business, write a book, go back to school, launch a brand, and he shrugs it off, maybe even jokes about it or changes the subject. That's a man who ain't invested. But when a man loves you, I mean really loves you, your dreams become a part of his mission. You talk about what you want in life, and instead of brushing it off, he starts asking questions. What's the first step? How can I help? You need time to work on that tonight. Baby, that is love with intention. He ain't just hearing you. He's listening and moving with you. And don't let folks fool you. Support don't always come with grand gestures. Sometimes it's him holding down the house so you can go chase that vision. Sometimes it's him hyping you up when doubt creeps in. Sometimes it's just that look, that proud look when you accomplish something big or small, and he's right there clapping like you just won a Grammy. That's the stuff that counts. I know women who say, Steve, he don't understand what I'm trying to do. Okay, maybe not all of it. Maybe he don't know the ins and outs of your field. Maybe he don't know what SEO is or how your side hustle works. But trust me, if he loves you, he's going to support it regardless, because he don't have to understand your dream to respect it. A real man wants to see his woman win, point blank. Her win is his win. And you'll know it's real when he celebrates your victories with the same energy he'd celebrate his own. When you get that promotion, he beams. You finally sell your first product, he tells all his boys. You talk about giving up, he reminds you why you started in the first place. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Some men get intimidated by a strong woman with ambition. But a secure, loving, grown man, he ain't threatened. He's inspired. He ain't trying to dim your light. He's trying to help you shine brighter. That's because he's not just looking for a pretty face. He's looking for a partner, somebody he can build with, somebody whose vision adds to his own. And here's the key. Support don't stop when times get tough. If you fail, if you fall, if you hit a setback, he don't say, I told you so. No, he picks you up, dusts you off, and says, so what's the next move? Because to him, your success ain't optional. It's a team goal. And he's in the huddle right there with you. So don't overlook that kind of man. If he's pushing you to go after what sets your soul on fire, if he's making sacrifices so you can shine, if he's reminding you who you are when you forget, that's love. That's a man who don't just want your time, he wants to help shape your legacy.